Hey everyone, I know there's going to be tissues needed. This is the last study island of the year. I'm going to walk you through each question, give you clues. The biggest clue I want to tell you ahead of time is that the numbers and coordinates and problems can change. That's something that study island does, is they vary the problems. So if yours are a little different, I'll at least explain to you how to do them. Okay, number one in my list here, which letter is at position -2, 7? The X is first, then the Y. So I go over to -2, and that would go up to 7 because it's positive. Question two is writing an expression. Kim took $C to a sporting goods store to spend on new cleats. If the cleats cost $43.77, which of the following expressions represents the number of dollars Kim will have after buying the cleats? So which expression works for this? What is the distance between the points? We've done a bazillion of these this year. What's the same? The Y is the same. So how far apart are the X points? Volume here, two ways you can do this. Length times width times height. No matter what way you do it, you use that formula. You could turn these into decimals, and then you could turn your answers into decimals here to see which one works by, you have the whole numbers here, so the whole numbers would stay the same. You would do 5 divided by 32, 5 divided by 16, and so forth. Or you could make these improper fractions. So you would have 11 fourths times 3 halves times 5 halves, numerator times numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator times denominator. Either way will get you the answer. Least common multiple, remember multiples are many, 8, 16, 24, 10, 20, 30, until you find one in common. Which letter represents the opposite of -2.5 on the number line? The opposite of -2.5, think what that would be. Fairly easy one. This one's going to be tough. All right, you're going to drag these where they go. The sum means you're adding. Quotient means you're dividing, like a fraction. Hint, hint. Difference means subtraction. Product is an answer. A product can be an algebra, though, and it can be just the combination of a number and letter together. And a coefficient is a number that goes in front of the letter. Give you some big clues there. Gracie has a half of a cantaloupe she wants to divide, so you're going to divide for this one. How many 1/10 of a cantaloupe are there in a half? So you're going to take a half and you're going to divide it by 1/10. Keep, change, flip, or better yet, multiply by the reciprocal. Gerald cut a string that was 7/8 feet in length. Heather cut a string that was 3/4 feet in length. Which of the following is true? You're making a comparison here. 28 is more than 4 times another number. Can be shown by the inequality 28 is greater than 4n or 4n is less than 28. So you're going to check any box here that would represent this inequality. You're not looking for what n equals because it's not an equation. You're looking for what n could be to make the inequality true. If 50 is 20% of a value, what is that value? I have my virtual whiteboard here. I'm going to show you. You always put the percent over 100. It said 50 is 20%, so I line these two up. I'm going to put my total that I'm looking for in my denominator, and this is how I would suggest doing this with a proportion. There are other ways you guys may be able to figure that one out even mentally. Gideon is painting all sides of a square pyramid shown. We want to find out how much he's going to need to decorate it. So we're looking for surface area. So we're going to find the area of the square, which is a 4x4. We're going to find the area of each triangle, which is base times height divided by 2, and then we're going to add them up. This is a ratio question. It says, which of these represents the ratio of red velvet cakes to total cakes? You're going to have to find the number of red velvet, and then you're going to have to find the total and add them all up, and you may have to reduce. Which equation shown is this relationship? So it shows a new roller coaster has 3 seats in each row. The following shows the number of seats y, changes the number of rows x changes. So this is your x, sorry, right here where it says number of rows, and the y is the number of seats. So what is going on? The y is 3, the x is 1. The y is 6, the x is 2. Which one of these equations makes this one true? And then finally, you're looking for the best deal. Remember, you take price over amount. And you can use a calculator for this one as well. And you're looking for the cheapest one, the best deal. Hope this makes sense. And do your best. You can use a calculator. I'm sure you guys will do great. Thank you.